Now let us dive into one of the most important parts of development, that is domains of development. Now there are 5 domains of development. The first domain being the gross motor skills, the second is fine motor skills, the third is basically social skill, the language skill, and the hearing and the vision skill. So these are the basically 5 domains of development. Let us study one by one. First is the gross motor skills. Now, what are the gross motor development? We will study by age and the milestone achieved. So, at 3 months of age, the child is able to hold the neck. At 5 months of age, as you can see, the child is able to roll over. At 6 months of age, the child can sit but with support. He sits in a tripod position where with the help of the hand he supports. At 9 months, the child is able to stand with support. And at 12 months, the child is able to stand without support, but he cannot walk alone. He needs some support. At 15 months, the child is able to walk alone. And at 18 months, this same child becomes notorious and now he explores the drawers. He runs. At 2 years, the child is able to walk up and down stairs, but 2 feet per step. At 3 years, the child is able to ride a tricycle. His alternate feet upstairs. So going upstairs is little easier than coming downstairs. At 4 years, the child is able to come downstairs with 1 feet per step, and he can hop with 1 foot. At 5 years, the child is able to skip. So these are the gross motor development. The gross means the proximal muscles are mainly involved. They are grossly. Now let's see the fine motor milestones. Now what are the fine motor as per the age and the milestone? At 4 months, as you can see, the child is having a bidextrous reach, and at 6 months, the same child can now approach with a unidextrous reach, and at 9 months, the child is able to hold the object with a immature pincer grasp. That is, like this is an object, he can hold this object in between the fingers. Now coming to the 12 months, the same child now can hold in between at the distal phalanx. He can hold the object like can be seen. At 4 to 6 months, he can hold between the palms. At 8 to 9 months, he can have an immature pincer grasp. At 9 months, he has an inferior pincer grasp, and at 12 months, he has a superior or the developed pincer grasp. 15 months, the same child now imitates scribbling, that is, he can scribble on paper and he can have a build tower of 2 blocks. At 18 months, the same child can now build a tower of 3 blocks. And at 2 years, the child now can build a tower of 6 blocks. And at 3 years, the same child can build a tower of 9 blocks. Now at 4 years, the child can now develop, he can copy a circle, he can bridge with blocks. At 5 years, the child can now draw a triangle or complex things. Like as can be seen here, 3 years circle, 4 years plus, and 5 years he can draw a triangle. Now these were the fine motor skills which involved the distal areas of the muscles involved. So let us now, one of the major important topics in the fine motor skills, that is good enough drawing a man test. Although this is an old, but still are asked by examiners. So you need to know this. So here the child is asked to draw a diagram of a man. So every skill is given 1 marks. So like if he draws a face with eyes, with nose, with mouth, so eyes will be given as 1 mark, nose 1 mark, mouth 1 mark, ears 1 mark. So the according to this, the result is interpreted. So for every 0 number is given for aimless uncontrolled scribbling like this, and for like some structure is drawn, 1 number is given. So marks is calculated, and according to that mean age is calculated. So if a score is 14, the mean age is between 3 years. Now let us study the social adaptive milestones. What are the social adaptive milestones? As per the age and the milestone, 2 months, the child is able to smile. He has a social smile. 3 months, the child is he can recognize his mother. At 6 months, the child develops a stranger anxiety. Anyone who takes the child now starts crying. At 9 months, the child can wave bye-bye. At 12 months, the same child, when he calls upon, he comes. so comes when called upon. At 15 months, the child basically say meaningless words, or some words, he utters words which we say blah blah blah, or the jargon speech. 18 months, the child now copies the task like grooming, etc. So he copies parents in the task. At 2 years, the child now asks for food. He asks for drink. He asks for things, or he pulls the people to show his toys. At 3 years, the same child now he shares the toys. He plays with friends. He knows his name and gender. At 4 years, the same child now he can play with friends more cooperatively. Now he can join the school and start going the kindergarten school. So he plays cooperatively in the group and can also go to the toilet. So at 5 years, the child can now dress or undress, or helps in household work. The language milestones. The language milestones are age and milestone. The 1 month, the child is basically he has alerts to the sound. At 3 months, the child now can coo. Basically, we have important this. At 3 months, the child was having neck holding. He now can coos. At 4 months, the same child which was having a rollover now can laugh loud. At 6 months, now the child who was sitting with support, he can have a monosyllable like ba, pa, ma, da. These are the monosyllable. At 9 months, the same child now he has developed bisyllable, that is mama, baba, dada. He can speak. At 12 months, the same child can now produce 1 to 2 meaningful words. At 18 months, the same child has a vocabulary of 8 to 10 words. He can frame small sentences. He has a vocabulary. And at 22 years, the same child can form the sentences. He can ask for things, like he can ask for water. So he has a 2 to 3 word sentences like I, me, you. He can use this I want water, like that. At 3 years, the ask questions. Now he raises the question towards the surroundings. He knows his full name and gender. So this is the language milestone. So 4 years, now the child can say, sing, poem, and tell stories. And at 5 years, now the child can ask meaning for words or meaning for sentences. Now let's go and see the vision and the hearing. Let's study first the vision. Like can be seen here, is a 3-month-old child, as can be seen. At 2 months, the child has an eye fixation, but that fixation is little bit up to 60 degrees. And at 3 months, the child develops further, that is eye grasping, that is up to 180 degrees. He can rotate his neck. At 4 months, the child has a binocular vision. Now he sees. Now he has a vision that basically up till 4 months the child was seeing one object as two. Now he has a binocular vision. Now he sees one object as one only. At 6 months, the child can adjust his position with respect to moving object. Like if we are rotating a ball, the child will also rotate with that ball. So at 1 year, now the child follows rapidly moving objects. Now rapidly moving object he can follow. So this was the vision. Now coming to the hearing assessment. The hearing assessment, one of the important thing is that every newborn who is been born should undergo this screening with OAE, that is auto acoustic emission. It is a simple screening test, or which is if any defect is there is in OAE, then we should confirm that by ABR or the BERA. So we follow an approach of 136, that is by 1 month the child should be screened by OAE and BERA, and at 3 months there should be confirmation of that the child is having hearing defect through BERA, and at 6 months, before 6 months, the child should start the treatment, like screen before 1 month, diagnose before 3 months, and treatment should start before 6 months. So coming to the age and the milestone, the newborn, as any sound comes for the newborn startles. So startling, blinking, crying, changing position with respect to the activity. Next comes the 3 to 4 months age child. Now he turns the head towards the sound. As wherever the sound is coming, he turns his head. So at 7 to 12 months, the child responds by looking. If we call the name of the child, he responds by looking at when called.